What's up, guys? This is Showtime's Fight Form. You already know what it is. It's your boy Showtime. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment, and all that good stuff. Now, today's breakdown is going to be UFC 272. All right, I'm actually excited for the main event. A lot of people are been talking a little nah about it. Granted, it's not a title fight, but I don't really need a title fight for me to be interested. I'm an MMA fan, not just a title shot fan. I'll talk about the main event at the end, but there's a lot of people that's been chirping about it. That's been a little annoying about the whole situation, how it came about. But obviously you already know what this is about. We're about to do some drops, and I'm gonna give you my picks, and I would love for you guys to tell me what you think. Also, once again, make some money off my picks. Let me hold a little something. Now, let's go into the nitty gritty. So I wanna start it off actually with the prelim fight, because I'm actually really excited about this prospect, and the reason why is because he is a Nurmagomedov. All right, we're gonna talk about Umar versus Brian Keller. Realistically, Brian is actually, he's a vet. He's been in the UFC for a little bit. He's had some really game opponents, really game fights, but he is here to be sacrificed by Umar, and I'm really excited to see what Umar has to offer. He's undefeated. He only had one fight in UFC, but that was a rear naked choke finish. You know, that's what they do. They submit you, they take you down and beat the hell out of you, or they submit you, either what they want to do. So I don't want to see the fight playing out. Also, Brian is a very well-rounded striker. He's a well-rounded fighter. However, I just think he's going to be out of his depth. The wrestling in Russia is just different, and we're seeing that. We've been seeing it for a few years now. The grappling is just everybody else, and then this is the Russians. Unfortunately, he's going to be next. Now, another fight I want to talk about is going to be Jan versus Marina Rodriguez. Marina's one fight away from a title shot, in my opinion. So this is obviously a must win. However, she is fighting Jan, who is a very good fighter. She did get demolished by Carla Esparza. However, that was through the wrestling. Marina is not a wrestler. She is a boxer. She is a striker. She likes to throw them hands. So this is going to be an amazing striking fest. I do think Jan is the quicker fighter. However, the punches and bunches that Marina has along with the power, I believe is going to cause Jan trouble. And I mean, realistically, both these women could very well fight for a title at the end of this year, and definitely next year. So this is a very important fight. Granted, this is going to be in a prelims, but this is a must watch. I highly recommend. It's going to be fun. It's going to be exciting, and we don't have to worry about the grappling. So yeah, fireworks. Now, how do I see this playing out? I think Marina's on a roll. I love Marina's combinations. I love her volume. I love her power and her tenacity. I mean, this is a woman you really don't want to fight right now. The woman's on cloud 9 with confidence. So who I'm gonna go with? I'm gonna go with Marina Rodriguez, TKO stoppage in the second round. And I don't say this lightly, because Jan is a very, very good fighter, and she very well could be fighting for a title next year too. So I'm just really high on Marina right now, and I just love her skill set. We will see if Jan might mix it up with the wrestling, because Jan can wrestle. It's just that she fought a better wrestler in Carla Esparza, and there's not too many people better in MMA that's a woman that's better than Carla, honestly. You might have Tatiana Suarez, and that might be it. Who knows? So yeah, that is definitely my pick for that. So now let's go work our way up to the main card. First fight, a lot of people are upset about it. Boo-hoo, Greg Hardy's fighting. At the end of the day, guys, you gotta understand this is a business. Greg Hardy's a name that attracts you. Guys hate him so much, but you continue to watch him. So guess what that means? He's gonna continue to get fights. And believe it or not, whether you guys like it or not, he is actually a very talented fighter. Some people are gonna say he's 4-4. Okay, yes, true. However, the guy is still talented. He's still young in the game. He started late. And he is getting better, but whether you want to believe it or not, he is getting better in certain aspects. His grappling is still, but when it comes to the stand-up, he can compete with most of them. We can't pretend that he didn't almost knock out Tai Tuivasa, and he just knocked out Derek Lewis, and now top 5 in the daggone heavyweight the heavyweight rankings. So we can't sit here and just discredit Greg Hardy like he's some scrub. He's actually a pretty decent fighter. Now he's gonna go against Sergey, Spivak, who's also a striker. I don't see much power in his punches. However, he is very good with combinations. He likes to pity pat a little bit, but then he also brings in nice kicks. He does have a decent ground game. So I do think that this is gonna be a stand-up fight. I think if Sergey's smart, he should mix it up just to wear out Greg. I think the game plan on Greg's pretty simple. We don't know about that cardio, still seems suspect. He likes, which is why he hesitates now when he fights. So I would just test the cardio a bit. Don't strike with him for real. I'll put him against the cage, take a shot or two, see if his wrestling defense is good. And then once he's worn out, beat the hell out of him on the feet. Because once he's tired, he's honestly awful. So if I was Sergi, that's the game plan I would go. Greg Hardy, be patient, pick your shots, and he does leave his chin out, boop, boop. It's a wrap. So how do I see it going? I'm gonna go Greg Hardy, first round KO, and then Twitter's gonna be in shambles. MMA Twitter's gonna be mad and complain like they normally do. That's how I see it. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. It is what it is. I am a Panthers fan, so like it's not the fact that I like Greg Hardy. Obviously what he did was terrible, even though he didn't never admit it to it and all this other stuff, but it's not a good look. You own up to your actions, move on, try to be better. I do believe in second chances, and yeah. He's kept his nose clean since, it seems. So yeah, now let's go into the next fight, which I'm really excited for. This is gonna be a very fun fight, and that's Kevin Harlan versus Cowboy Oliveira. Alex Oliveira is a very exciting fighter. Not technical whatsoever, but he wins fights. He is on the older side now, and probably on his way out of fighting eventually, but I don't know, because he also got like 20 kids, I heard, so he's probably gonna be fighting for the next 20 years too, pay that, that money. However, Kevin now is going down to welterweight. He's no longer at 185, so now he's cutting. We're gonna see if that translates with the wrestling, because Alex can grapple as well as he can throw hands. Kevin Harlan, we know, is a dynamic striker. Ground game, sus. So, it's gonna be I believe it's gonna be a stand-up fight. I think the only way it's gonna end up on the ground is if Alex gets hurt, and then he's gonna get desperate and take a shot. I do believe both have power, both can knock each other out, but I do think that Kevin is the younger, more athletic, and the lankier of the two. And I just believe that he's gonna be more game in this situation. Once again, out there, I believe Alex is on his way out, and I believe Kevin is still here to stay, and the guy is he's a very great striker. So we're gonna see. And then after that, we're gonna see him beat up some more bullies, because if you haven't seen his Twitter, please look it up. He actually goes on like finds the people that talks junk and brings them to the daggone gym and beat the hell out of them. It's kind of like Jane Silent Bob, what they did at the end of the movie. If you ever seen it, watch it, it's pretty funny. Yeah, so next fight is gonna be Bryce Mitchell versus, I don't know why I just almost had a brain fart, but Edson Barbosa. Edson Barbosa versus Bryce Mitchell is a very typical striker versus grappler. Now, Bryce Mitchell he's gotten a step in competition now, all right? This ain't the feelers, all right? This is a very, very dangerous and a good fighter in Edson Barbosa. Now 145 with the new powers, with the fact that the guy still can make that weight, and he's so fast, so quick. Good takedown defense. He just wrestles juggernauts when it comes to takedowns, and they have their way with him. Bryce is not the Habibs. He's not Kevin Lee. He's not as good, in my opinion, in the grappling, not even gonna say the grappling department, I'll say in the takedown department. He's not as explosive. He's not as strong, in my opinion. He's country, sure, but he's not Russian strong, and he's not as athletic as Kevin Lee. So I do believe he's gonna get very, very desperate with those takedowns, and he's gonna spam those takedowns. He's gonna spam the hell out of him. Edson Barbosa has really good takedown defense, so I do see him stuffing those takedowns, and I see him getting the stoppage. I see him getting a KO, a vicious KO from Bryce Mitchell. He's gonna go in for a very telegraphed shot, and he's gonna eat a knee to the face, and it's gonna be night-night. Not exactly like Ben Askren, but it's gonna be Ben Askren-esque. So yeah. Now let's go to the co-main. Co-main, unfortunately, it got moved around. A lot of stuff happened. So now we have RDA fighting. Is it Hanato or Renato? Either way, very good fighter. He's only lost really to like the elite of the elite. He got finished by like the likes of freaking Jose Aldo and people like that. So like he's a good fighter. He does have losses on his record. He's not elite, but he's very good. He just beat Hernandez, who's honestly a very good fighter as well, good striker. Took him out. RDA is a different beast though. He's still we don't know, we haven't seen him in a little bit, but RDA is RDA. I do think that he's still the elite of the elite. And I think he's gonna get a finish. I think it's gonna be the pressure, the power. It's gonna be Anthony Pettis-ish when it comes to this kind of finish. I see If not the first round, I'm definitely gonna say the second round. It's gonna be a TKO stoppage. I'm going with a lot of finishes today, I know, but I do think this is gonna be a very exciting card, even though the names don't live up, because this isn't a great card. It's a good card in my opinion, but it's not a great card. So now we have to go with the main event of the evening. All right. That is the fight that a lot of people are upset about just because they think this beef is fabricated. I don't believe that. I don't see why it would be fabricated. It doesn't make sense to be fabricated. At the end of the day, these guys were really good friends. They seem like they were best of friends. I'm not about to sit here and sell out our friendship for just money unless we really had problems. And I don't know why it's so hard for people to believe with the way Colby has been acting in the past years since he's became big time, that it could rub Jorge off the wrong way and then eventually get beef started. I don't see how people are really surprised by that. I do think that their beef is real. I don't think it's fabricated at all. That doesn't really do anything for me as far as a fight. Like, sure, sometimes some beef can make you want to look forward to it, but I don't care, man. I just like to see two people that are a good fight. It's fun. So this one is this same exact story I just said. These guys are going to fight, and it's a tailor-made fight for Colby. Colby is a great wrestler. Jorge is a decent wrestler, but he's not great. Colby has amazing cardio. Jorge has decent cardio, but it's not amazing. Jorge has been rocked by non-strikers before. Colby really don't have power, but he has a lot of volume. And at the end of the day, a lot of punches to the face is never good, no matter how soft you punch. So the fight is made for Colby to dominate. And we don't know what's gonna happen next because neither one of these guys are getting title shots anytime soon. How do I see the fight going though? I actually think Colby is going to spam a lot of shots and he's gonna take him down. However, he's not gonna get the finish. And I think Jorge is gonna weather the storm and still be able to clip him with a mean hook that is going to eventually rock Colby and knock him out. And I think that's gonna happen by the third round. So I'm gonna give third round KO by Jorge Masvidal. You don't wanna piss this dude off. He is a hoodlum for a reason. And I see Jorge coming out on top, shocking everybody because Colby is a dog. And Colby should win this fight because Colby is Colby. And he is an amazing fighter no matter how much you hate him. He's one of the best in the world. And if it wasn't for Kamaru, this dude would be on a run. He'd be on top of people's pound for pound list as well because he is that good. Unfortunately, Kamaru does exist. And if he goes to 185, he's getting his ass whooped by Izzy as well. However, that's a whole other conversation. I'll say that for another time. Thank you, as always, for watching. Those are my picks. Book them. Once again, if you win, break me off some money. But this is Showtime's Fight Form. Make sure y'all be blessed. Y'all already know what it is.